Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So, we're gonna talk about an article that I came across and I'm gonna ask people to watch this video before commenting because far too often we have people commenting on the videos without even having a clue as to what is going on in the video. And when they do that, they then attack me saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing this. And the same thing that they're saying that I shouldn't be doing, it's not what I'm doing. Like they are agreeing with me while attacking me. I know, right? Really doesn't make sense, but that's what they've been doing. No. So as I've said, we're going to talk about this article. They're saying that Kim Kardashian is allowing her daughter, Northwest, to do way too much for a 12-year-old child, right? So they start the article off by talking about Northwest uploading a video onto TikTok. In that video, she was rocking a pair of grills. And they're saying, Kim is allowing North to do too much because the grill is too much. So they're saying many critics thought the gift was too mature for someone as young as North. One person said she just too grown for 12 for real. One person wrote on social media with a second commenting, is she 12 or 25? Because at this point, I'm confused. Maybe it's me, but I feel like it's too much going on or even being allowed to be going the F on with this baby who ain't even a teenager yet, if I'm not mistaken. A third individual said, like, what the hell? And another person says, it's way too much for a 12-year-old. The wig, the nails, the grill. A fourth person agreed. It's too much. It's like, what is she gonna do when she's 22? This could have waited. No. They go into talking about North sparking controversy before. They're saying that her appearance has been scrutinized before. When she got the dermal piercing on her finger. In addition, the tot has worn fake tattoos and fake septum nose rings. So they're calling her a tot, T-O-T, right? Not thought, T-O-T. Now they're saying after hearing the backlash, the mom of four replied to a hater on TikTok, this is such a non-issue. Kim told us that was Northwest's response. This is such a non-issue. The talking vocalist also sparked outcry for her designer outfits, with people calling her spoiled. Of course she's spoiled. Of course she's gonna be spoiled. That's Kim and Kanye's child. So, two celebrity parents. Not everyone has boundaries like Ben Affleck. Like Ben Affleck has his boundaries. So Ben takes his kids shopping, and when they pick out the designer expensive stuff, the only time Ben will agree to the designer expensive stuff is unless he knows for a fact it's a damn durable product that will last the child for years. If not, Ben Affleck is like, put it back. You're not the one who's working. This is my money. And, you have to be reasonable with what you're picking up, and not only be reasonable, the product have to be of good quality. So Ben may allow a designer if it is, a good product. But if not, Ben Affleck is saying, you can't be going, about as though you're the one who's earning my money, because you're not. So you're going to have to go with something more affordable. And there are quite a few other celebrities that sets those boundaries as well. No. They're saying that Kim Kardashian has ignored the drama and gush over her daughter's fashion choices in a September interview. She says she has a really unique style. She puts me onto so many brands. The Skims designer explained. I told you guys that Kim is not going to raise North like her daughter. She's going to raise her like she's her best friend, and that's what she's doing, right? So she's saying it's really fun to see someone be so creative and also know herself so much, continued Kim, who said North just loves what she loves. Oof, we've heard that so many times and it has gone wrong in so many ways. So she has to be careful of. North loves what she loves. That can be very dangerous. Now they're saying on the other hand, an insider claimed Kanye 48 feels North is way too young to be parading around like this. He's ranting and raving about this, saying Kim crossed the line and he's not going to stand for it, the source spilled to news outlets. It's ridiculously ironic that Kanye is not happy about this, given the fact that he dresses his wife, Bianca Censori, in revealing outfits 7 days a week and encourage Kim to push the envelope with the I think it's the sexy barely their fashion choices the entire time they were together, they added. So basically they're saying, who's Kanye to be talking? Because he's not setting any example. Look at how he has his wife dressed. So if your wife is going to walk around naked, what do you expect your child is going to want to do? And they're saying, even before Bianca, Kanye had Kim dressing the same. So it's not a good look for any of the parents to be even saying anything because both of them have never set an example for the child to follow. But the truth is, I get what critics are saying when they look at the combination of everything, but I would say the grills, they are like, a toy or some kind of accessory like that. It's not too much in terms of the grills because I remember like being a teenager, we didn't have the metallic and the titanium and we couldn't afford those. But there were different ones that were different grade of plastic and some of them were really colorful and they had braces and all of that and they were very fashionable and they were a thing and we used to wear those grills as well and we didn't see ourselves as adults. We saw ourselves as kids just having fun, being artsy, being creative. So some things I can understand with North, with her wanting to explore and try different things, but I believe that it is the duty and the responsibility of the parent to keep the child within a certain guideline. However, I don't think we're going to ever see that guideline with Kim Kardashian being at the helm of, Northwest parenting because Kim has already told us that she doesn't know how to set boundaries. She only knows how to provide for the kids. She told us that her mother never set boundaries for her, so she doesn't know how to set it for her daughter. So when I said the other day that when we talk about these things, it's not the child, it's the parent. And I said by the time North is 25, North would have already lived a full life. And she's going to get bored by the age of 25. I don't know what she's going to do at that point, but as you can see, by then she would have already lived a full life and maybe she will move on to starting some businesses, entrepreneur, music, and all of that jazz. But, the critics are not feeling how fast the child is moving at this point. And as such, they're talking about it, right? Now, I believe I saw something like 214 people commenting on this article. And I want to get to the critics' comments because I know it's normally a lot when you see people leaving so many comments like they're firing off. Okay, so the comments are definitely here. And whew. So one person was like, they're not babies, shouldn't be too much of a struggle just wanting attention. So that person, I don't understand what they're saying there. Because who, when the article is about North, you know? Another person says, Kim, when your kids are sleeping, take your pictures, all of them. Okay. So they're just going into another article. The comments aren't coming from the article that it was showing. The comments is coming from Kim saying, the struggle of getting them all together for pictures for Christmas because she really wanted to get them together for pictures. And she was saying, it's a struggle. So that's where those comments are coming from. But let me know what you guys think about Miss Kim's parenting. And I don't think Honey is going to say anything publicly because whenever he's good, he doesn't address these things publicly. He will address them directly with Miss Kimmy Cakes. So let's see if he addresses anything with Kim. So I'm going to keep you guys posted. Stay safe and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.